the postmaster of Africa, the postal and the postmaster of liberty, equality, fraternity, total justice, and total fraternity. Tying together, all of them together, we have to get the continental independence. In our USA too, the United States of Africa too, Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Afrika kabiri, Africa without crossing borders. We need to see and to hear good news that Africa has no inside the crossing colonial borders of 1884. Therefore, behind it, we shall be able to fight the despotic rule of African continental dictators, rulers, because for many years they became dictatorial leaders with totalitarian dictators with totalitarian powers. They have been lacking the spirit of general unification in Africa. Today, in Africa, we need to see the right of ours. The new ideas of all Africans shall throw full light into the minds of the fellow comrade Africans and beyond. Hence forming the USA too, using the quickest democracy philosophy for total independence in totality. Always in top gear. We want to make this Rwanda to become the capital city of Africa, And Africa is 30 million 300,000 and 300 square kilometers. And Africa, being like that, is also the second largest continent in the whole world. Apart from Africa, we have also Europe, which is 10.2 square kilometers. While in the quickest democracy of the whole world, when you land in North America, everybody has to get to know that North America is 24.7 square kilometers. When South America is 17.84 square kilometers. Then Australia and the oceans are 8.5 square kilometers. The largest one is Asia, is 44.6 square kilometers. Big NB. Since Africa is 30.4 square kilometers, its relief, or the relief of Africa, here I mean major landforms of the continent, our USA too, where Rwanda shall become the capital city of the continent, after removing all the colonial crossing borders. Always, after removing all the colonial borders, Africans shall dance the better tunes. We shall have registered the total independence in Africa. Because the relief of Africa in general, if we start by checking the coastal plains, the deltas, beaches, estuaries, coral reefs, sandbars, and lagoons. The reef of Africa actually was well placed and nurtured by God. Africa is 55 states. In other words, is made up of 55 states. When you check up also about the low plateau lands, addition to the above, you find that is all 900 meters above sea level. Others rise above 1,200 meters above sea level. Good examples here. Ahaga is about 900 meters high. Here I mean above sea level. Tibet of the Sahara also covers 1,200 meters high. Of course, this is the quickest democracy. Has to expose each and everything as far as our continent, Africa, is concerned, in order to have the best, swift democracy in Africa for all. Fauta Dijaloni is 900 meters high also. Just plateaus also about 1,280 meters high. Any plateau is about 1,400 meters above. Of course, always you have to get to know that in order to make knowledge accumulation. And these low plateau lands are never in continuous. And are separated by broad basins. In all their location is here internally. This is Mwalimu Barafinda Sekikubo Fred, the professor of all the world professors, bringing you the nature and the situations and the good news regarding our continent, so-called Africa, the USA too, the United States of Africa too, whereby Africa has to become the capital city of the whole world in this quickest democracy of ours. However side, we rush to the high plateau lands on the eastern and the southern areas of the continent. Here I mean the African continent. Even East Africans, the Africans in general, and the whole world. Because this case study shall help each and everybody to make the environmental knowledge accumulation. Here we reach in Ethiopian plateau, which rises to about 4,500 meters above sea level. Others are East African plateau. And 1,500 meters high too. The Zimbabwean high valley rising to over 2,500 meters high or so. On another hand, the Drakensberg over there in South Africa is 3,400 meters high. These are the high plateau lands in Africa. The plateau surface rises to over 900 meters above sea level on this continent of ours, Africa. Therefore, we dash to the business. Here in Rwanda, East Africa, and in Africa in general, basins are broad, fairly shallow depressions on the Earth's surface. For example, Lake Victoria Basin, Congo Basin, Big NB. Congo Basin is the highest at 4.1 square kilometers. Then Chad Basin is among the basins of Africa. The Jofo Basin is also among others that are making the basins of Africa. Next, the Sudan Basin is also there, where everybody has to know this. The Kalahari Basin. These are two basins being found where you can't expect them. In those areas located by the deserts. In desert locations. Therefore, in the quickest democracy, we check one after another to examine each and everything. After having seen something about the business here in Africa, here in Rwanda, is the core center of the 21st century knowledge, spreading all over and spreading all over the world through the quickest democracy of ours. The real democracy, the quickest democracy. In Rwanda, East Africa, Africa, and the whole entire world. Now we move to mountains of Africa, as far as the quickest democracy is concerned also. We have here followed mountains. We have hither and yon block mountains. We have volcanic mountains. And also we are having residue mountains. For examples, we have Mountain Atlas in Northwest Africa. We have also Cape Ranges in South Africa. These two are followed mountains. Always in good governance and leadership, in democratic systems and networks and networkings, functioning excellently. We also in the region have Mountain Rwenzori bordering Uganda and DRC, Pare and Usambara in the northeast Tanzania. Damarikele, Alpines in Ethiopia and Eritrea. All of them together in general, Africa is enriched with each and every thing, the physical ones and the non-physical ones. Therefore, the Great Rift Valley in East Africa forms two branches. That is the Western branch, Albertine lifting along the Tanzanian border, and the Eastern branch, which is the main branch, or the main one. Therefore, it runs from Red Sea in the north through Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Malawi, and extends to Beira in Mozambique. Let me also have the greatest opportunity in greeting the people of Mozambique over there. Hi, this is the professor of all the world professors, Mwarimu Barafinda Sekikubo Freddy, situating here in Rwanda, in the country of 1,000 heroes. In her capital, Kigali. Being the first of this quickest democracy in the core center of the whole continent of ours, Africa, we have to fight any segregationism in our quickest democracy. We have to fight dictatorship, eroding away all the dictatorial powers and overstaying on power. Always we have to gain and get the total and full independence on our African continent. Short term of 5 good years on leadership, then hand over to the new ones and the next ones. This shall function as the best qualitative, quickest democracy in this 21st century and in this second millennium of ours. Of course, in democracy, we get also the golden opportunity of checking what is in Western branch. Here I mean the Great Rift Valley. In Western branch, Tanzania border with Zambia and Congo and runs north along Congo border with Uganda up to Southern Sudan. There are mountains. Between them, there are block mountains and volcanic mountains. All of them together, as far as our natural resources are concerned, and we are concerned to them too. All of us together in Africa, the mentioned above knowledge areas, science, new philosophy, economic resources, economic bases, can make all the Africans on our continent here to become the eye opener for the Africans in general, to open their eyes and at least gain the ideas and throw some light into the minds of the young and the old ones, all the sexes on this continent, to develop our continental populations. Here I mean continental human populations, as far as new sciences and technologies are concerned. New philosophies, discovering new knowledge, basing on new modern ideas, hardworking in all 24/7 industriously, training all the continental human populations at all ages and all levels, getting familiar to operate in accessible and non-accessible areas, operating in each and every business, speeding up our economic growth into economic development. Finally, the end results will become the aim. This is the more developed countries. In order to get out of This box is so-called being LDCs, we have to work hardly industriously in all 24/7. Putting together all our combined forces, working cooperatively, like the bottom teeth and upper teeth. Through working industriously, training the younger ones to get familiar with this new culture of working system shall boost Africa and shall speed up our economic development into the greatest one, more than others in the whole world. Then we shall become the best qualitative MDCs in a few years to come, within just a few decades or half decades. Then we shall have gained the total liberty, total equality, total justice, total fraternity, total independence in the quickest democracy of this 21st century and the second millennium of ours. Then Africa shall get out of these civil wars and frequent panic wars, internal terrorism, and external terrorism. This business of brain drain shall end. Our African intellectuals shall stabilize and industrialize our continent, Africa, and Rwanda, becoming the capital city of Africa, shall be the highest golden opportunity. Shall be the headquarters of the international tourism globally. Then the postmaster Barafinda Sekikubo fled with the new revolutionary ideas, shall have reached each and every one in the bottom of their hearts. Here I mean the bottom of the hearts of all Africans and the whole entire world. Human population is in the quickest democracy, or in the lineage of the quickest democracy. Everybody shall dance the better tunes, shall get each and everything his and yon in order to earn better living, better life, better earnings, successful businesses, from small to large, jumping medium business enterprises. Even East Africans in general, Africans at large shall dance this tune of the quickest democracy of all the world. Chance given to them in this 21st century. Developing Rwanda rapidly to become the capital city of Africa, and Africa becoming the capital city of the whole entire world of ours. Then God shall welcome us in the total democracy. Exactly. The quickest democracy shall be the order of the day, here and there, here and yon, all over the world. The young shall become the happiest with the promising future in the straight futurity of the human plannings of all levels, in all campus directions of human thinking and reasoning before acting. Then we shall accumulate whatever we shall be practicing here and yon in this quickest democracy of ours. The young and the old ones, people of all ages and of all levels, here and yon, in the north of the world, east of the world, west of the world, and south of the world, plus the central figure center continent of the whole world, so-called Africa. And Rwanda shall become the capital city of the whole entire continent internally. We shall have the golden opportunity of using the above mentioned tourism physical features in the future to boost our economic development here and yon, setting all programs in the ascending order, utilizing all the African resources, sharing the big and the little to all peoples. Of all levels, of all square kilometers globally. Therefore, I wish you to become the active and the hard-working human beings being industriously, working industriously, working and operating in all 24/7. enjoying our quickest democracy in peace, full international independence, full enjoyable liberty, eroding despotic rule in Africa, fighting autocratic leadership, promoting equality hither and yon on the continent. Justice shall be the order of the day and shall be the mirror to the rights of the people. Then total fraternity shall be the gates of all the world human populations. Then God shall throw some light into and over all of us in our minds, shall award and reward us the positive promised gains and many merits, avoiding us the existing demerits. We wish everybody to become good person. Even the people in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, DRC in general, all the people within this Great Lakes region or intercasting region stand firmly, remove all these borders. We shall have constant and permanent peace, stability, and total stamina in full independence. Then we shall have liberated ourselves. And we shall celebrate the international independence of the continent together. This is Professor Barafinda Sekikubo Fred, basing here in the country of 1,000 heroes, so-called Rwanda. And Rwanda means large country. You can visit us at www.ruda.tk. You can as well call us in all 24/7 at +250 78 34 28 622. Then you shall have that opportunity, speaking directly to your professor of all world professors, Barafinda Sekikubo Fred, the father of the quickest democracy in Africa and the whole entire world. This is the new kind of democracy, the quickest one. The democracy with full independence, full liberties. Thank you very much indeed, and we shall welcome you when we meet. And God shall add us many more advantages unexpectedly.